So, flashback, when I was in 5th grade, he was in 6th grade. We had a class together. I don't remember what class it is. But his class would, like, bully our class, like, in general. But specifically, Grant would bully me.
Not like beating him up.
No,
like
but, like, just, like,
names.
making fun and just being a big, fat meanie.
Yeah. Well, guys, we're ending the podcast.
Whoa.
It's over.
1 year and we're done.
We're going just for 1 year.
Yep.
That's it. This is a nice run.
Hope you enjoyed.
Yeah. So take a break and
enjoy
life.
a film.
No, I'm just kidding. Well, we turned 1 today.
We turned 1.
Should have gotten us like a cupcake or something.
Oh, yeah. We
cute.
light the candle with the fire.
Oh, that would have been so tough.
That would have been, we might have hurt ourselves.
That'll be a year 2 thing.
Oh, so stay tuned.
Welcome back to the most self-indulgent podcast we've ever done. This is our anniversary behind the scenes podcast. Y'all send in a bunch of questions. And so we're going to celebrate doing this for a year, which is crazy sense to say out loud. Drew, did you ever think that we would make it to 1 year?
I definitely did.
I think if you had asked me like 3 episodes into the podcast if we would make it to a year of podcasting, I would have said no.
I would say between the two of us, I am definitely more like unrealistically optimistic.
3,000,000%.
So I always believed in this. Grant probably didn't at the beginning. I would say you do now.
I mean, I believed in it enough to do it.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But I obviously really enjoy doing this podcast.
Yeah.
Or if I didn't enjoy it, I probably still wouldn't be doing it. But I love this, and I love you guys, and we're super grateful.
Yeah, for
genuinely,
real.
thank you for 1 year. This is like a really cool thing that we get to do.
Yeah, if you are a subscriber or just like a casual viewer, thank you. This means a lot. The fact that we actually have people to talk to.
Yes.
And
we're really lonely.
That we're not like...
No.
I mean, if this didn't grow to some capacity, we wouldn't be here at all in this moment. So
if there weren't people who like weren't consistently in our comment section and like supportive, like genuinely supportive, I would say about 90% of the comments we get are like actual encouragement.
Yeah,
and
that's awesome.
Hey, we love this channel, or like there are actively a lot of people who comment saying, I love y'all's vibe, I just found the channel subbed. Like that is so cool and just gives me a lot of hope in the world. Is that weird to say? Like people like will take time out of their day to comment something nice on some random person's channel.
I know, it is nice.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's not just like our mom's doing it. Unless they
it
have
was
like,
for a while.
Unless they have like 4,000 burner accounts, which would be kind of wild.
That'd be a lot of work from our mothers.
Yeah, 4,500-ish subs.
Which is crazy.
At time of release, which is wild. So, just beyond grateful. And I'm hyped to get into year 2.
I know.
Today is year 2.
That's crazy that we're here. Yeah, I mean, that's so wild to actually say out loud.
Yeah. So, we're going to keep this train rocking. And y'all sent in, we have about 25-ish questions to answer.
Which is crazy.
So we're going to start going through those. It's going to be stuff that y'all send in. It's just a bunch of random questions about us or the podcast or some random movie questions that we can touch on. So, pretty stoked.
Yeah.
Can I start with the first one?
Let's do it.
This is from my brother, Luke Crenshaw. And Luke asks...
This may or may not have been planned beforehand. This is the only question
This was the only question that was kind of planted, but he did ask it as well. What is the biggest stole my line mistake you have ever made?
Should we go?
I'll go first.
Okay, you can go first.
I once deleted an episode. Or, no, that's not what it was. I once forgot to hit record on one of the tracks of the episodes.
Yeah.
And so we sat down. This was kind of early on. Maybe August of last year.
Yeah, that feels right.
Ballpark. And we were on a time crunch. Drew had to like be somewhere.
I was driving to Colorado.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was. And we watched a movie. It was Sketch, which was a fun movie. I was excited to talk about it. We sat down, did a whole 20-ish minute episode, got up, and I said, oh no, Drew, I have bad news. And he was like, what? I forgot to record one of the tracks, so we only had one track of audio, which means the podcast couldn't be published at all.
Right. And now, for the last year, I would say every third recording So like we have a table over here that y'all can't see,
Yes.
which is like where his computer is and where all the audio happens.
Yep.
And every third time he'll walk over there and look at me and be like, "Oh no," and then it's like a prank.
Yes. I have not done it since.
True.
I can say boldly and confidently.
Now
I'm about to say, let's ping-pong this one over to Drew.
I've also made a couple of mistakes here at Stole My Line.
This is a fitting question.
One, actually, this is my biggest and maybe my only. I don't know if I mean, maybe like some coloring / framing.
Occasional editing issue, but not
right.
Not
Not
crazy.
huge.
Yeah.
I did maybe accidentally delete this whole episode.
Yeah, this is take 2.
We have already answered all these questions to nobody. Nobody will ever see it because I deleted all the footage.
So, can we break it down what happened?
Yeah, okay, let's do it.
So, we have a DSLR
Yep.
like camera. We don't have like a super nice camera yet. Maybe the hope one day we can have a nicer camera. So, with a DSLR, it has to shut off every 30 minutes. It's just like
It's true.
in the programming it has to.
You cannot change it,
And
which
so-
is unfortunate.
Basically the only cuts we ever do in the podcast entirely.
Yeah.
Because we kind of just set up, record, and go. It's when we have to like stop the camera and restart.
If you see it ever fade,
That's when we're doing it.
it's only because the camera stopped and not because we like cut something.
Yeah. Again, very rarely have we cut actual content. I would say over the entirety of the podcast, we had probably cut an hour and a half of content, maybe, just like or footage even. I don't know. Does that sound right?
Maybe. I feel like it might be lower, honestly.
Sure.
I don't know.
But anyway.
Anyway, so like occasionally we have to get up and restart the camera. Is
Yes.
what we're saying.
Yes.
So we were an hour deep, and we had one question left of y'all's
Yeah.
of this episode, and I get up to restart the camera, and
we had a great episode.
great episode,
Loved
great
it.
conversation, which
Loved it.
hopefully we'll be able to have again.
We will do it justice.
But yeah, and I just went up and I formatted the SD card as opposed to hit stop and start again,
Which means it's gone.
which means it's just deleted.
Yes.
You can never get it back.
Yep.
And like I feel like I hit OK, and then like my brain clicked what happened.
I heard, oh no.
And I looked up at Grant. I'm like, I have just screwed up so bad.
It's by far the biggest Stole My Line blunder, which I'm sure there will be worse.
Yeah, it's true.
Honestly, the fact that that's the worst thing that's happened, that and getting rained on, those are the worst things that's happened in a year of podcasting.
That's the worst thing
It's
that's
not
happened.
that crazy.
Yeah, that's not.
We haven't
insane.
been canceled.
True.
We could have been. Probably at some point, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we could. I don't know. A lot of stuff could have happened, and that's the worst thing that's happened. So.
I mean, the rain could have ruined all our stuff.
Nah, that's true.
That
could have
hasn't happened.
Not yet. There's forgiveness and there's grace.
I appreciate that because
Yeah,
I felt so bad.
I honestly found it funnier than not because it didn't. We weren't on a time crunch to get this episode out because
True.
we were pre-recording it, so we just moved the recording session. Did we waste an hour and a half of our time?
Yes.
Sort of.
No, not sort of.
100%.
Yes.
I do have all of the audio that we had,
Oh.
and so if we ever do a Patreon, I might just toss it up there.
Yeah.
For the real Stole My Line sweats.
That would be crazy if you watch this and listen to that eventually.
Eventually, who knows? Maybe that'll be on the internet ether at some point, but.
But yeah, that is definitely my biggest Stole My Line mistake. So welcome to take 2 of our anniversary episode.
We keep it as organic as possible, though.
I hope. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't feel super like stiff because we've already had this conversation.
No,
but I don't think it will.
We got a flow. We're organic.
Exactly.
We're chilling.
There's a mosquito like in my eye.
Yeah, there's a lot of mosquitoes out. It's just getting to that time of year. All right, you're up, Drew.
Let's dive into these questions.
Yes.
All right. The first one is from Derek the Dullard.
Dullard. Derek the Dullard.
Dullard. I think
He said that in take 1, by the way. We can't say that we
So
said that in
funny.
take 1 anymore because that's just gonna ruin the
that's
podcast.
just gonna not be funny.
Okay.
My question is this: how do you pick the films and TV shows you talk about? It's really interesting to see that you just don't talk about the big temple movies / TV shows and actually discuss stuff outside of the usual conversation that most film / TV YouTubers do.
Great
not.
question, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I would say we're both in kind of different circles
Of the internet?
of the internet, but also like cinema news.
Yeah, I would agree.
I feel like I'm in the more of like the YouTube sphere of like the Curry Barkers, the Two Sleepy Peoples, the Obsessions, the Backrooms, and like more in that. And then you are super on Instagram.
I'm pretty chronically on Instagram. It's bad, but
you're more in like the
I
cinema space. I feel like
I think I'm more into like I get a lot of movie news.
Yeah.
Like, I see what's coming out. I keep up with who won the Palm. Like I know that Fjord won the Palm this year, and like I kept up with some of that stuff and like what's doing well at Cannes, and then like honestly a lot of just general books and content stuff. And so like when a certain adaptation comes out, I'm kind of aware of it, or if there's certain buzz in certain comment sections about certain movies, I'm kind of aware of it. So that's like where I get some of my stuff, I guess.
I think we balance each other out pretty well, honestly.
I would say, so I guess this is kind of important history of the podcast if you're new to the channel, which, by the way, thank you for being here.
If this is the episode you stumbled upon,
thank you.
This is not what we normally do. We don't really sit around the table and talk about ourselves.
Yeah.
But today we are.
Yeah, I think, so, and we can kind of get into the full story of the podcast, but this started out as like we wanted to watch old movies. Like it.
Yeah.
That was like kind of the main goal, and then like we talk about new movies occasionally, and mostly for like keeping the channel alive's sake, we had to shift a little bit more to like the Marvel movies
or just like current releases,
which is yeah we haven't just watched Marvel movies, but like that became a little bit more of our conversation. And if anything, I had to like get back into that superhero scene because I kind of just like left it for 4 or 5 years genuinely. So I think we love still talking about indie films, and I love talking about the Oscars last year. Like that was a lot of fun.
That was great. So. Some of those episodes are probably some of my favorites that we've done, like the Sentimental Value, Train Dreams, Hamnet. Even
it's a lot of fun.
Those episodes are great.
There's a lot of great films that we watched, and like I genuinely enjoyed watching outside of Secret Agent, but I just didn't understand it, so whatever. But yeah, like I mean, we'll go watch the new A24 movies that are coming out, or Neon, or whatever, and we like to keep that. Like we kind of like to have a little bit of everything here. That if you're really into House of the Dragon that's coming out right now,
right,
we got you. If you're really into Beef, we got you.
We got you.
If you're really into Two Sleepy People,
we got you.
We got you.
You and the 3 other people.
Yeah. So, I don't know. That's kind of where we're at. I think a lot of our episodes start with a text or like a, hey, we probably should review this.
Right. And I mean, like, I feel like we're both chronically on Letterboxd/IMDb/Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
So we always see what's coming out soon, and then we have conversations of like, hey, should we talk about Minions and Monsters? Probably not.
Probably not.
Okay. Should we talk about Death of Robin Hood? Sure, let's do it.
Sure, let's do it. Which is actually a great conversation. Love that conversation. So, yeah, it's a great question.
So, yeah, I think that answers the question.
Thank you, Derek. Great question. This is from DDM Studios. Happy anniversary, guys. Here's my question. If you ever worked behind the scenes for a film, what would you want to be? This could be a director, writer, editor, cinematographer, etc. It's a great question.
Great question.
You go first?
Yeah, I think we definitely both want to be behind the camera / maybe in front of the camera.
What if we both do 2 answers here? Because I feel like I know there's like the one thing.
Right, yeah. I think we both want to be a director.
Yeah, it's pretty cut and dry.
Would you want to be an actor? Here's some more deep lore. Me and Grant used to act a lot together in like high school.
In stage.
Yeah,
obviously.
in like theater.
Yeah, and we kind of co-starred every now and then.
We did.
It was fun.
It was fun.
I love it. I kind of miss stage acting. I did like a touring show once,
yeah,
like a small touring show once, and that was a lot of fun. See, here's the thing. Like, I think I would totally be the director that like hops in for a random cameo or like, oh, I want to take this random role in this random show. Sure, I'll do that. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the balance I would find. But what about you?
I think I totally would. I think I miss acting.
Director vibes?
I mean, I definitely want to be...
Like director, writer, director, actor, Bradley Cooper, A Star is Born vibes?
Kind of. Yeah. I mean, I think in the most unrealistic world, I would love to write, direct, act, and edit. Actually, see, I don't like directing myself.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of hate it, actually.
I honestly want to hear from directors who have done that, like, how it goes, because I feel like that's going to be so hard.
So, like, I don't think I could direct and act in the same project, but I think I would like to do both.
Yeah.
But, like, separately.
Yeah. I got you. If you weren't going to be a director, but you had to be behind the scenes, what would
I think
it
I would love to be an editor or a writer.
be? Yeah. I mean, editing is such a slog.
Not like the person who organizes everything, because I'm a terrible organizer.
I do that for you, bro.
Yeah, it's true. He does. But, like, I love making editing choices. I think, like, from a creative perspective, I think it's sick.
Yeah, it's one of the most hands-on parts of making a movie.
It's true.
For sure.
Yeah. What about you?
I go back and forth. I think I like cinematography a lot, but I also don't know, like, enough about the technical camera stuff that, like, I love hearing about it.
Welcome back to Spill My
I
Mug.
knew you would spill your mug on this podcast.
It happens every episode.
I think I would totally want to be a writer. Like, I think I would love to just sit in a writer's room and hash out a scene with some other writer or by myself. Like, I think I would really, really enjoy that. I think that would be my vibe.
Off camera, you have said you want to write books.
I think
that's
I would totally write.
That's not a question, actually. It's just a statement.
All right, next
I guess
question.
my question is, would you write books?
Totally.
Yeah, okay.
I think if my free time wasn't currently being entirely eaten up by a Fireside Film podcast,
right,
I would be actively writing books. I've, like, written a few chapters of different things. I have stories in my head that I think would be cool to tell, but, like, I haven't found the time yet. I would love to make the time one day. So that's where I'm at with that.
I am also in a similar boat of, like, I've written scripts, but time is time, and currently all the time is here.
And time is also money, and so we have to balance that a little bit. What would you be in the comment section if you were to be something?
That's a great question.
Behind the camera,
we have some industry commenters.
We do.
I don't know, like, what capacity some of y'all are in, but some of y'all are, like, further in the industry than we are. We are sitting by the fire, obviously.
So hit us up if you have, like, your story and your journey, because I'd love to hear
sick.
Some of that stuff. All right, yeah, thank you, DDM. Long-time commenter, by the way.
Yeah, for real. Next question is from Gavin-Moon. Gavin says, happy anniversary. My question is, do you guys want to make your own films one day? If so, what kind of movies do you want to make?
Is Gavin-Moon his name? Sorry, this is, like, total side tangent. Is Gavin-Moon his name, or is it, like, Yavin-Moon? Like Yavin 4 from Star Wars? Or is that completely unintentional? It's probably just his name.
I don't know. Didn't you copy these into the note app?
No, I know his name. His username is Gavin-Moon. I'm just asking you, Gavin. Is it like Yavin-Moon? Like from Star Wars? Or is it just Gavin?
Let us know,
Is that a play on words, or is it completely unintentional? Anyway, sorry for that.
And then there's a bonus question for you.
Oh, for me?
Yeah. How many people have told you that you look a lot like Ross Lynch?
I'm going to take that as a compliment. Ross Lynch is a good-looking guy.
He's attractive.
Shout out Austin and Allie.
Yeah.
Grew up on that one a little bit.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was on. It was on in the background. Yeah. It wasn't like my show. I watched a lot of Lab Rats.
Yeah, you did. I
freaking love Lab Rats.
That's so funny.
That one in Mighty Men. Gosh, yeah. I mean, I have actually gotten this before, unironically. Like, I've been told this once or twice. I haven't let it go to my head. But comment below if you think I look like Ross Lynch.
Yeah.
I don't know. Drew, who is your lookalike?
You've told me one before.
I have no idea.
You don't remember?
I have zero clue who you're talking
Should
about.
I say it?
See, I don't know. I don't want to say it because I almost want people to comment what they think your lookalike.
You have told me 2.
I've told you 2?
Yeah. One of them I've gotten from other people other than your family. The other one has been, like, exclusively a Crenshaw thing that you're like, you look like this person.
Oh, is it BJ Novak?
Yes!
Oh, I remembered. I freaking remembered.
But that's the one that I've heard a lot from other people, too. There's another one.
What's the other one?
Well, should I just say it
Just
now?
say it.
Paul Rudd.
A mix. Maybe you're a mix.
I'm like if Paul Rudd and BJ Novak had a baby.
Does Drew look like BJ Novak? Let us know in the comment section. Or if you have another lookalike for Drew.
Yeah. Ryan Gosling? Could be me.
Danny DeVito?
Shut up. Okay, let's actually get to the question.
Main question, Gavin.
What's this question? What kind of films?
Did you say it? Did you even say the question?
Yeah, I think I did. I did.
I don't know if you did. What kind of films would we want to make one day? Maybe you did. I wasn't listening.
That's okay. You go first.
Dang, I don't even know. I just read the question. I don't have like a genre of like, man, I really want to do horror one day. Although that would probably make us the most money if we were to go YouTube to horror right now.
That is the pipeline.
I'd say I'm drawn to a lot of different things, but like, I think it was it KenzyAho who called me Whimsy Man at one point?
Yeah, Whimsy Man and Nolan Boy. That's still so funny.
I think from a vibe standpoint, that's not even that crazy. Like, man, I love a good fantasy film. I'm really drawn to a lot of David Lowery's work. Like, I love A Ghost Story. I love The Green Knight. Pete's Dragon is very good. Old Man and the Gun is really good. Like, I like a lot of his stuff. He blends a lot of like mysticism and like, oh, you know, there's more going on in the world than you can see into like an emotional story, and I'm really, really drawn to that. Say that. I mean, I've been on a Miyazaki kick recently. And I love his stuff. So like, I'd say I would make an emotional story about grief. I think that's like if I was to write something right now, I would write that.
Yeah.
But then complete 180. I also would totally write a movie that just has the sauce. And by which I mean like just a freaking cool movie. Think Drive. Think I don't know, probably a bunch of car movies that I'm about to list, but like Baby Driver.
Right.
Not specifically that vibe, but just something that's really freaking cool that you leave that movie being like, man, that was such a cool experience.
That they can put a Kanye edit to, and you're like,
yeah,
holy crap, that's friggin' sick.
It's like almost if an anime movie came to life, like an anime edit came to life. That's what I would make if I was like going to have fun. Like,
I don't feel like that's really your personality, so that's kind of surprising.
But I would
for me to hear.
I would totally make it.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. I've had some stuff in my head that I'm like, I would love to put this on screen one day.
If y'all want to know more of our creative thoughts, that would be so fun for us. I feel like to just be like, blur, here's the story we want to tell, hypothetically. Or maybe we wouldn't do that. I don't even know. That was just a thought.
Maybe one day. Maybe on the Patreon that doesn't exist. And won't exist anytime soon. Yeah, your turn.
I mean, I'm super inspired by like Safdie films, obviously, if you have followed this podcast. So like, I love stories that are about really messed up and depressed people. Which
is that like you want to be messed up and depressed?
No, I don't. I don't think I do. No. I mean, like the vibe of Good Times or Good Time is freaking incredible. I love like the neon.
I've never actually seen Good Time.
Oh my gosh, dude, it's crazy.
I've seen Uncut Gems.
Yeah, I mean it's similar vibe. So like it would probably be down that road to start, but like also I think I would be down to do anything, and I don't think I would want to stay in like one lane.
Yeah,
I would definitely want to be like.
You wouldn't be a Robert Eggers of like.
No.
You make one movie.
He does. I mean,
like, every movie is the same font.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think I would really want to switch it up. I'd like have a Safdie type movie, and then have like a rom-com, or have a freaking horror movie or an action movie.
You ever seen Hustle with Adam Sandler?
No.
I feel like if you were to make a movie like with a really like kind of emotional story, I feel like you would do something that vibe. You need to watch. I think you like Hustle. Yeah, I definitely could see you just switching up your vibe, complete 180. Oh, you're doing some really out there animated movie
Bro, that'd be sick. I'd be down.
You would totally do that.
Yeah, I'd be so down.
I think that's what makes movies cool. Is like a director can make 10 different films that they all feel completely different.
And as long as like the story's good, I honestly don't really care kind of what genre it is.
Yeah, I would agree. I think genres are fun, and like conventions are definitely something to be aware of, but at the same time, they're like super confining.
Yeah.
And like if you make a horror movie, it has to be all horror. And then like if you make a movie that's like in between genres, if it doesn't mesh the genres well, people will just rate it poorly.
True.
So it's like it's an interesting thing.
So these are all hopes and aspirations. Obviously, we have made it this far. We've made it to the fire.
You have been here for year 1.
True.
Maybe by year 2, we'll be thinking about making something for real.
Yeah.
So thank you, Gavin, for those questions.
All right.
This is from Jake Smith, 6268. Are there any movies you reviewed on the podcast that you would rate higher/lower? This is a great question.
This is a great question. I have a rule that is, like, if I have seen a movie and I rate it on Letterboxd,
yes,
then I cannot change it until I watch the movie again. Do you have the same rule?
In theory, I have that same rule.
Have you ever? Wait, so you change stuff?
Yeah, if I change it,
That's
it's only
crazy.
like a half star.
Okay.
Well, okay, I did have like the great letterbox overhaul. Of
Yes,
mine,
I remember this.
where I went through and was like, I don't know why I rated this movie 4 stars. I'm going to change that. After that, I've only knocked it down like a half star. Sometimes I give myself a 24-hour cooldown of like, I walk out of the theater, 4.5 stars. And the next day, I'm like, that was probably like a 3.5 star movie.
Yeah, I think I have that same rule. Like, I'll change stuff within 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah.
But after that, it's locked until I watch it again.
Yeah, I think I have that same kind of rule.
So, Frankenstein by Guillermo del Toro.
Great movie, by the way.
Great movie. We both gave 5 stars.
I'm fine with that.
I don't know if I'm fine with that. That's the only one that I've been, like, really high on.
Okay, but here's the
That
thing.
I don't know if I'd still be.
I think Jake is asking about our rating system, though.
Oh. Okay, wait. I have one.
You have one.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know, actually.
Because I don't think... We said buy Frankenstein on Blu-ray. I'm not sure I would change
I
that.
wouldn't change that. I think
like
that's fine.
Frankenstein a lot.
Yeah. We said Hoppers on Blu-ray, and I only know that because we checked the tape in yesterday's episode. If you go watch Grant's wedding episode, shout out. But we said Hoppers on Blu-ray, and I
liked Hoppers a lot.
But is it Blu-ray? I think it's a theater. I think it should be theater.
I think you made the argument that it should be...
I think I did, too, in the episode.
In the episode that it should be, like, for our kids. I wouldn't hate to buy this one on Blu-ray, but if we were to say theater, I'd be like, great.
I don't even know. I think it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme. What about you? Do you have one?
I think recently this is kind of pretty recent, actually. We were harsh, some would say, on Toy Story 5. I would chop it up to, we just watched the first 4 Toy Stories right before Toy Story 5. And this one paled in comparison. And I was like going into that episode like, oh, I'll watch it on streaming. And Drew convinced me in the episode to rate it lower.
I still stand by that.
I think I would bump it up to streaming.
Okay.
Like, I don't think that's the craziest thing to say. It has some merit. Watch it on streaming with your family. I think that's the one I would change.
I think I'm still angry because it is not.
No, that's fair.
Like, it's just not a Toy Story movie. It's a fine kids movie.
It's a Pixar movie, but not even a great Pixar movie.
No, it's not great. But that's okay.
We can have forgiveness.
Yeah, we have forgiveness for Pixar. And really Disney, but that's
It's running out.
Yeah, it's not much.
No, just kidding. Yeah, I think that's what I would change, maybe.
Okay, yeah.
If you have one that you think we were way off on,
Please comment. That would be super
I want to hear it.
interesting.
We'll debate it, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just be like, yeah,
Or
you're right.
Maybe we'll be like, we agree, actually.
See, that's the thing. I think you, maybe more so than me, but I don't remember what we did a year ago.
I don't remember anything.
I could
have
give
no
you my
idea.
best guess based on, like, how I feel about the movie sitting in this chair right now.
Yeah, same.
But, yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Jake Smith, for that question. You're up, Drew.
Okay. We have a question from Ethan Crenshaw Music,
Another brother of mine.
who's actually just Grant's brother. Shout out, Ethan. We love you. If you could wave a magic wand and have any one person alive as a guest on the pod, who would it be and why?
See, I'm tempted to say a movie person, but then I'm like, if I had to think of any one person alive right now.
Okay. I
have
think we
no
should
idea.
have a movie answer and then our personal
Okay.
Grant Crenshaw, Drew McKinney answer.
All right, you go first.
Well, I said you go first.
Okay, whatever. Movie person.
Yeah.
It's hard not to say Nolan or Spielberg. I'll go Spielberg.
Okay.
Have the GOAT on the podcast.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear about movies that he loves.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of, I don't know. I don't know. That's just what talking to the GOAT would be awesome.
That'd be crazy.
Personal. Man, I could go a lot of routes here. Taylor Swift. No, I'm just kidding. That was a joke. I think I'd go probably Matthew McConaughey. I think I've said this on the podcast before.
I watched a video yesterday where, admittedly, I should have been watching The Bear. But it was Matthew McConaughey and Gordon Ramsay cooking steak. And I was like, how can I
That's
not
Bear
watch
adjacent.
this? I know, exactly.
He's just doing side quests. I feel like he would be more inclined to come on the podcast than other famous people.
I agree. This
So,
feels
Matthew, if you're
very
watching,
Matthew.
or if you're like, oh, I'm Matthew's agent, happen to watch your video right now. Like,
that'd be ridiculous.
give him a shout.
Give him a shout.
Give him a ring.
Hey, we'll come to him.
Email us at stolemylinepod@gmail.com. Drew, your turn.
Okay, I would say, I mean, I've said this from the beginning. Movie person, Nolan. Hands down. I want Christopher Nolan on this podcast.
Okay.
We'll go to London. We'll go to L.A.
Or he'll come here. Probably. Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know how to get in touch with Nolan because he doesn't have anything. He has a letter.
Send a carrier pigeon.
Yeah, honestly.
They'll
Just be
get
like,
to
go
him.
find him.
Stupid.
But like me personally, I think I'm super into music as well as movies. So it would probably be like an artist if it's like Drew McKinney's personal guest. So probably John Bellion, who's like kind of like a underground, not underground, but like less known artist. But he writes for like a bunch of other people.
I thought you were gonna say Donald Glover.
Donald Glover's definitely up there. It's probably John Bellion, Donald Glover, Tyler Joseph. Any of them, I would cry my eyes out if they were here. So
I would too, probably.
I would cry if Matthew McConaughey, Spielberg, or Nolan was on the podcast. I'm really not picky, honestly. But yeah, it would probably be those three musicians would be like my personal choices.
Gosh, there's a lot of great people we could have on the podcast, though.
I feel like John Bernthal.
He'd be chill.
We're grinding the bear right now, so like John Bernthal's on the forefront of our minds, but
He's
that
great.
would be sick.
I don't know. I fear that there's gonna be some people like, oh, don't have this person on the podcast because of their political views. I'm like, I don't keep up with every single actor's political views, and I have no idea. So don't like hate us if we said somebody and you're like, why'd you say that person? But the other thing is like, think vision of the podcast a little bit. If we were to have a guest, we can dive into this more later, but like, I think I wouldn't want to just talk about random stuff. I think I would want to have one specific thing. I don't know, do you want to share your kind of vision for the show?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked off camera, and like our vision currently, this is granted, like best case scenario.
Yeah. If all goes right.
If everything goes perfectly.
If y'all all subscribe right now.
Like Sean Evans has Hot Ones, right? Which is very celebrity centric.
Yes.
We wouldn't want to be as celebrity centric, but I think ideally if we get to the point where we have celebrities on the pod, which in its own right would be insane, we would want it to be like, all right, Leo DiCaprio, you pull up in your limo, having watched your favorite movie.
We just watched.
And we also just watched your favorite movie because we have your number now, Leo. And we were texting prior, sliding into those DMs, if you will. And
I'm 23. I guess 22. Anyway, keep going.
There's
Please
a lot
keep going.
I could say there. Yeah, so like Leo DiCaprio, his favorite movie is Goodfellas. I don't know.
Sure.
He watches Goodfellas. We watch Goodfellas. And then we just talk with Leo about his favorite movie and why. And yeah, I mean, I think there's lots of political divides and even just like division in general. So our goal would be to kind of humanize whoever we had on, to whatever capacity.
Also, just to talk
and
good
just
art.
talk about what they like, what we like, vibe around the campfire.
Yeah, I will say, like, the virtual podcast hosting
Yeah, this is good.
and having guests is like, it's a huge thing right now. Like, you could go on YouTube and find random 15-year-old kids probably talking to Donald Glover or something.
Which we actually found.
I did actually find that one day, yeah. But like, we could do that. I think we could. My fear is that we would lose a little bit of what makes this special, and like, I think we've had dialogues with other creators, like, hey, we'd love to do a joint podcast or whatever, and it hasn't been like we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
It's more of a how, and how do we keep the vision of the show intact right now. So I will apologize if we've been emailing you back and forth and then kind of been ghosting you or spotty on that. That's an apology. But I think that we've just talked a lot off camera about like how do we keep the show unique in its own way? Because you could go anywhere and watch some of those interviews. How do we keep the Fireside Film Podcast the Fireside Film Podcast?
Yeah, I think the fact that we're outdoors is super unique, and adding virtual elements would elevate, or just like, it would just be so apparent that it wasn't real. And I think we strive to be as real as possible here. So
it'd be one thing if we were hopping on someone else's podcast.
yeah, I think we're so down to be on anyone else's thing.
But like, it is hard because like it's so easy, and that's like the pull of it. Like, oh, this person can hop on Zoom in their apartment and be on our podcast. That's sick.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's what we hope for the show long term.
Yeah.
So,
that being said, if you want to come on the show, email us.
If you're
willing to
super
drive or
famous.
fly.
Yeah, if you like the Southeast United States and are in the area, hit us up and we'll talk. Yeah, that's a little bit of the vision.
Yeah.
We kind of got in the weeds there, but
That's okay.
thank you for that question, Ethan. Anything else you want to say on that?
No, I think that's it.
All right, this question is from Spy Kid Talks About Anything, 4395. What's the story of you guys becoming friends?
This is a good story, guys. Do I have permission to tell the story?
Yeah, that's fine. You know what? Yeah, you were honest about your camera mishap.
Right. You can be honest about your mishap.
This is a space of truth and of love and of forgiveness and of compassion.
We're honest here at Stole My Line.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
I'm not ashamed.
So me and Grant grew up together, if you didn't know.
Yes.
We went to elementary, middle, and high school together.
We did. That's true.
Which is crazy.
Different grades, by the way.
Yeah, he's a year older than me.
We went to a small school, though, so it wasn't like...
Yeah.
It was kind of normal for us to hang out.
So, flashback, when I was in 5th grade, he was in 6th grade. We had a class together. I don't remember what class it is. But his class would, like, bully our class, like, in general. But specifically, Grant would bully me.
Not like beating him up.
No,
like
but, like, just, like,
names.
making fun and just being a big, fat meanie.
Yeah. Don't bully. It's bad.
Yeah, don't bully.
I'm ashamed of my actions in 6th grade. I'm saying this right now.
But one day, I'm walking into class, and Grant sticks his leg out and trips me, and my books go everywhere.
Which, okay, I will say.
He's making excuses now.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not. No, this is not an excuse. In a private context with a close friend, that's a mean but kind of funny practical joke that can slide.
Right.
Unfortunately, this was not private.
Nope.
Drew was not a close friend at the time. And I was also just a general idiot.
Yeah.
So.
He did it like in front of the teacher too.
That was dumb.
Was not the best move.
That was stupid.
So he trips me in front of the teacher. My books go everywhere. And then like 2 days later, Grant comes up to the front of the class, and I'm like, what's going on? And then he gives this big speech about how sorry he is and how it was like a big apology speech for tripping me in front of the whole class. And he brought donuts.
I did bring donuts.
And then Grant goes and sits down, and the teacher comes up and says, "All right, guys, to take a donut, that's like your signal that you have forgiven Grant." So then me, and this is where I messed up. I took a donut, I ate it, shoved it in my little 5th grade face, and did not forgive Grant that day. So we've made amends since. We're good.
Obviously.
But that is...
Obviously, I feel bad about this still.
That is like the first interaction we ever had.
But we later, like probably, a year or two later, actually became friends.
Yeah, we actually became friends.
Started hanging out. We would stay over at each other's houses in middle school and high school, like watch movies till late.
And then we would talk about them later. I mean, we probably had this podcast on each other's couches.
Our parents have probably heard more Stole My Line than any of you guys have.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I mean, this was kind of like we took our normal movie conversations out by a fire and recorded them.
Yeah.
And this is the show.
Now we're here.
In a weird way, you should be grateful for me.
For you tripping me? Nah, screw you.
No, that's a joke. That's a joke.
We would have become friends
sorry.
whether you trip me or not.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
No, that was unnecessary. I take it back. But yeah, I would say like, we've both been busy at times and been in different phases of life.
True.
I mean, I just got married yesterday.
Also true.
But I'd say films in a weird way have like kept us pretty glued together as friends.
No, it sounds cheesy.
It does sound cheesy, but
I think you're exactly right.
I remember, and we can talk about this more later, but Drew was out of the country for like 9 months.
It's true.
And he would call me, just like catch up or whatever. And I think we would talk about like movies and stuff. And Drew would be like, I haven't seen anything.
I haven't seen anything.
I haven't been able to.
Living in Cambodia.
And then like when he got back, like we went and saw Mickey 17 together.
Yeah, that's true.
Like we went and saw a bunch of really random stuff. Like we would go watch movies together before this podcast started. So.
That's why I still haven't seen Dune 2.
But he will watch it this.
I will watch it
in
before Dune 3.
In year 2. Yeah, that's kind of the general story.
Yeah.
It's ongoing. So.
Yeah, we're still friends.
We're
Our friendship has not ended.
Yes, we'll keep this thing going. No, we fight a lot behind the scenes.
Yeah, we just punch each other in the woods.
That's just not true.
That'll be on the Patreon.
That's it.
Eventually.
All right.
All right. Next question is from chaseazarian.
Okay.
Azarian. Congrats, guys. I just became a subscriber last week, so I guess my question is, how long have you both been friends, and what made you want to start a podcast? By the way, Chase, I've watched your YouTube videos. I think they're sick.
I have not watched your YouTube videos, but I'm sure they're sick, and I will go watch them.
You worked for Disney.
Wait, really?
I think so.
That's really cool.
I think so.
Do you think Disney is dying?
Well,
follow-up question.
You also saw Toy Story 5 early, so maybe you still work for Disney.
Do you think Disney's in a bad space?
Ooh,
I don't know.
Yeah, let us know your thoughts.
I actually want to know
Chase.
your thoughts, genuinely.
But yeah, I think your YouTube channel's sick.
Okay, I want to combine this, if this is okay.
Yeah.
So we have the first part of this question is, how long have you been friends? That's pretty easy. We just answered that.
We kind of, yeah. I mean, it's been 10 years ish.
That's wild.
Crazy. I would say you have probably been my longest friend that I've ever had.
I'd say outside of my brothers and your siblings. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Wild.
But the second part of this question is, what made you want to start the podcast?
Okay.
Shaan, we're gonna lump all these together. Shaan James P, the GOAT, by the way.
Shout out.
Also said, congrats, guys. So cool to be following y'all on the journey. Thank you. And how did you guys come up with the idea for a Fireside film podcast? And Cozy Burrito 686 also said, hey, guys. Wow, it has already been almost a year. I'm so happy that I found this podcast. Thank you so much. In a safe place to discuss cinema. We are a safe place.
It's true.
And so many questions to ask. How did the podcast come to be, especially the Fireside aspect? So we're going to answer all of those questions.
Yep.
In one answer.
One big answer.
It came to us in a dream.
Yeah.
We just felt compelled. No, I'm just kidding. That was a dumb joke.
You start your half and I'll finish with my half.
Okay, I don't even know. So we had just...
I don't actually know how you got this idea.
Okay, no. Here, this is the full story. I don't even think I told it well in the first iteration of this podcast. So I am really into Lord of the Rings. Shocker.
True. Yep.
Shocker.
This is factual.
And I've been reading through the Silmarillion, and I've been listening to this podcast. I can't even remember the name of it off the dome, but they went through each chapter and talked about the chapter. And I was digging it because I'd read a chapter, then on my way to work I'd listen to the chapter and learn more about the Silmarillion, which is a crazy book, by the way. And so I I got this idea of man, what if there was a movie version of that? So I texted Drew on a whim, who's go-to movie guy for me. I knew I was his go-to movie guy for him. It's dude, what if we did a podcast? Which is I'm not gonna lie, when people call us oh, these are film bros, not everybody should have a podcast. That text alone very much fits that stereotype.
Yeah, it does. It's true.
It's kind of incriminating, and
that's okay. That's fine.
The idea was to have a weekly watch, and we just talk about it. And so it's kind of what we started out doing, as I said earlier on the podcast. But that's how the idea of a podcast got sent into the void.
Yeah. So he texted me last summer, basically, and was like,
yeah, this had to be maybe May or June of last year.
Do you want to start a podcast? And again, I'm the type of person that's I'm really hard to get started in general. I'm hard to get moving. But once I get moving, I'm let's go.
You should ask Drew about his relational escapades. Because that was incriminating for some of your relational escapades.
Everyone makes fun of me for being single. There's lots of reasons.
Chronic one date, man. We'll get him on a second date at some point.
That's crazy.
That's
on the internet forever.
I don't care. This is Stole My Line Tells All right now.
Yeah, okay. So he texted me that and there's lit a fire into me. I'm holy crap. So then I'm thinking, how do we make this super... Because I'm I don't want to be another, we sit in a room and talk about movies because there's 10
there's a million of those, yeah.
So then I think I respond an hour later, I'm what if we did it by a fire outside?
And I think I sent back that's interesting, let me think about it.
Yeah.
And maybe you followed up with me. Because it's easy to do a podcast indoors. It's not so easy to do a podcast outside.
It's true.
And
so...
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, yeah, that... The idea really came from, how do we be as unique as possible?
this. No offense to us, I don't think our personalities are so unique
No,
on
I
their
agree.
own. I mean, obviously people like the show, so we're gonna keep doing this, and we have a friendship banter that's been established. But like, I think the packaging, like this is one of the most important things for the podcast is
Right.
it's outside by a fire,
Yeah.
and the vibes are here, right? So, yeah.
So that's kind of how that aspect was birthed. And then the name comes from Go to a Hunting.
Which was not our first episode, by the way.
Yeah, which totally should have been. Again, bring her back.
Our first episode.
Don't know why we did it, but we did it.
I think it's just because we saw it in a movie theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of how the podcast came to be and why we are outside and why we are by a fire and have been for the last year.
We have gotten better at making fires.
Only slightly, though. We still struggle.
Yeah, that's kind of true. We do our best, so.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the origin story, and you've been along on the ride with us for year one.
It's true.
It is true. You want to finish up some of Cozy Burrito's questions?
She has
Because
more questions.
she said some more questions, and these are great. Also, if you sent in the how did this podcast start question, thank you so much.
For sure. Again, I mean, I know we said this at the beginning, but if you send in any question, we are super thankful that
Yes.
y'all actually care.
The fact that
That's
we
crazy.
have questions to answer on this podcast, and they aren't all from our mothers, like this is great.
It's pretty wild.
Cozy Burrito asks, also, if you could remake any movie, what movie would you choose?
This is a good question.
You got to go first on this one. I got to think.
I might have two answers. But
Okay.
I'll give one, you can give the other, and if you don't say mine, second one, I'll say the second one.
So you're going first?
Yeah.
Okay.
My first is the Homecoming trilogy for Spider-Man.
Yeah, that checks out.
I think it's terrible. I think it's really bad. I think there are good parts. I think John Watts has decent moments.
I like the John Hughes inspiration for that trilogy.
I think you like it more than I do.
That's probably true.
But yeah, we'll get there in a couple weeks where we do our Spider-Man marathon.
Yes.
So stay tuned.
But
yeah.
So I remember our take one of this podcast, which was a few days ago, and I know what you're going to say.
Yeah,
so I'm going to let you say it.
Okay.
Because I'm going to double down on what I said initially.
Okay.
And that is, I would remake the Hobbit trilogy.
Yeah.
I think there is some good. I think Martin Freeman is very good. I think Smaug and Benedict Cumberbatch is very good.
Kills
I
it.
think the Riddles in the Dark sequence is great.
Awesome.
I think the Dwarves are a lot of fun.
Sure.
The studio interfered.
Yep.
3-hour movies is not okay. 2-hour movies is great. Awesome. But yeah, I would remake that trilogy because The Hobbit is one of my favorite books of all time, and I love Lord of the Rings, so I wish that had been done justice.
Yeah. Valid.
But there's still some good. There's some good. If you love the Hobbit movies, I do as well.
My second answer is the prequel trilogy.
Which is not that crazy.
No, it's not.
I think before this podcast started, I would have been like, dude, we can't be remaking Star Wars. Now that we did a Star Wars marathon, I'm like, that's not the craziest thing ever.
Yeah, I know. I honestly think our idea that we kind of cooked up on throughout that marathon for the prequel trilogy is really solid.
It's better than what we got. And I love the prequels.
Yeah.
We have to say that every time. But, yeah.
But again, like the base story there is phenomenal. The execution is mid. So
Yep.
we would just try to make the execution a little better. Not saying we would. That would just be our intention.
Now, they were groundbreaking, like, whatever. I think the story execution is honestly what is the worst, in my opinion.
Agreed.
So, but let us know what you would remake in the comment section.
Yeah.
And then, okay, another Cozy Burrito question.
Yep.
How do you see cinema changing in the future? And do you wish that you could? What do you wish you could change about it?
That's a good question. I mean, I have said this kind of before, but like, I think Hollywood, but really just movies, are becoming more democratized with the rise of internet creators, which I think is a good thing. I think it allows the creative people to like rise to the top.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've seen that with Curry Barker, Kane Parsons, all the things. But I think this is going to happen more and more, and I think people will begin to be able to subvert the studio system if you have enough of a fan base, kind of like Markiplier.
Yeah.
If you have enough of a fan base and a Kickstarter,
You
you
can
can get movies in theaters.
Yeah.
And you can get movies on streaming platforms.
Yeah.
And you don't need a studio. So I think we will have probably a lot more movies
Yes.
that exist, not necessarily that are in theaters.
Yeah.
which I think is going to be a good and a bad thing. But I think the fact that it's becoming more democratized is good.
Yeah, I would agree. I would say the same thing. It's just been evident, especially in 2026. I would say if I was to change one thing, man, it's just like I've been thinking a lot about the magic of cinema and like creativity. And I think I love VFX and I love the idea of what VFX can do, like specifically CGI. I think there's an over-reliance and like I know it's kind of a joke in Hollywood at some point, but like fix it in post. But like the magic of cinema is why I love a lot of what was made in the 70s through 90s is like people had to figure out and solve problems in different ways than like, oh, we'll just like render everything on a computer later. Like,
or we're going to light everything the same because then we can do whatever we want.
And like, not to say that VFX can't make really groundbreaking cinema. Obviously, the Avatar movies are groundbreaking in their own way, even though I'm not the biggest fan.
Sure.
But like, you look at the Dune 3 movies that we're about to have, like, those look incredible. And they probably could not have been accomplished in any real feasible way to how good they look without VFX. So like, there's a mix of it, but I would say I would love there to be less of a reliance on VFX, and I fear that there's just going to be more, especially with the rise of AI. So we'll see how that plays out. But
I have a bold prediction.
Okay.
I think there will be more, but I think it will make authenticity and realness stand out.
Yeah.
Like, we talk about Death of Robin Hood a lot on this episode, weirdly, but that movie was so tangible and real.
Yeah.
I mean, the plot was kind of hit or miss, but like, and even like Robert Eggers' new trailer, the werewolf or whatever that we just saw, is like, you feel this movie way more than your average Marvel, DC, whatever.
And like, I like Supergirl, but I'm not going to leave Supergirl and think, man, I really want to capture this vibe in my films one day.
Right, exactly.
You know? And so like, that's what's unfortunate. I think one movie that we talked about on the podcast, but I honestly wish we had talked about this aspect of it more, was Train Dreams.
Yeah.
And how like, can't remember what percentage of it, but like a good chunk of it was filmed with only natural lighting. I think it was like 95% or something. Which like, man, if that doesn't show the beauty of our world and like the beauty of cinema, I don't know what else does.
Yeah.
And so like, it's different for different movies for sure, but I think a little bit of the magic of cinema has been lost recently. That's like maybe understated. Maybe people don't talk about it as much as they should. So,
wow, that was beautiful, Grant.
Thanks. We're here. We're here for another year, guys.
All right. Thank you, Cozy Burrito,
yes,
for that question.
Thank you so much. It was great.
Again, if you send in a question, we love you. Your willingness to participate is huge.
Yes. You are as much a part of Stole My Line as we are.
True.
We're very sentimental on this episode.
Yeah, for real. Our next question is from Jumbo.
Shout out Jumbo.
Who's been here since the Nolan Marathon, which you might not have even known existed.
But you can go watch it.
But it does. You can go watch all of our opinions on every Nolan movie.
Yes.
Including
we might revisit
following.
it one day.
I think we should.
We should.
Yeah.
We'll do it with Star Wars too at some point. What's the question?
Any future collabs? In the pipeline? No. Ideally, yes.
And we kind of touched on this earlier. Obviously, like the vision for the show. And so we would love to collab at some point with somebody. What that looks like is still in the works.
And we wouldn't, again, like, I don't think every episode we would want it to be celebrity focused only. And I don't want to stop saying celebrity. Other guest focused. I would say 70% of the podcast would still be me and Grant, maybe 60%.
Yeah.
And we would still be doing the exact same thing we're doing now. But just to have the freedom to have people on and have interesting conversations would be awesome.
Yeah.
Currently, we're not at that point, so
completely agree.
We don't have any future collabs planned, but it is a hope.
It's a long-term goal, I would
It is.
say.
It's true.
Yeah.
Got.
It's a great question. Thank you, Jumbo.
Yes.
All right, this next question is from Chainsaw Demon 3110. Any game releases you are excited about?
Shifting mediums.
And why? God, this is a great question. Man, we really are like film guys. Like, I don't play a ton of video games. Do you play a ton?
I don't. Not really. I
like
mean,
you play more than me.
I feel like you play more than me.
Maybe.
I mean,
maybe we play the same amount. I don't know.
I have played Marvel Spider-Man PS4, PS5 a ton, which I'm sure is not surprising to anyone. So I'd say for me, Insomniac's Wolverine trailer that just dropped looks sick.
I have not actually seen the trailer yet.
Bro, it looks freaking awesome.
Yeah, I grew up on Nintendo. If you, like, I don't know if y'all know that about me, and like I have a PS5, and I've played through some games. I start a game and I never finish a game.
Yeah, it's a chronic problem.
But I aim to finish a game. Like, I probably sunk 50 hours into Elden Ring. And I'm like, I want to finish Elden Ring.
How many hours does it take to finish Elden Ring?
If you're good, or if you're like me.
If you're like you.
If you're like me, probably 200 to 300.
Oh my gosh.
And then there's the DLC.
That's crazy.
Shadow of the Erd Tree. I've done the same with Ghost of Tsushima. And these are good games. But I would say the game I am most excited for, which is like goes against everything that I am as a person. Because I don't like remakes. I don't think they should happen. But I'm very excited for the Ocarina of Time remake. Because I'm a very big Legend of Zelda fan.
Yeah.
So that's coming out this year. And I will be purchasing a Nintendo Switch 2. I don't care. I don't care that Nintendo got me. I'm doing it. So that's what I'm excited for.
I have never played a single Zelda game in my entire life.
It just pains my soul.
I mean, I think I might have played like one maybe hour of my life Breath of the Wild at your house.
I can't even believe that you haven't played Breath of the Wild. I guess you just don't own a Switch, though.
We owned a Wii when I was a kid.
And you
I
never
played
played
Mario
Skyward
Kart.
Sword or Twilight Princess, did you?
I don't even know what those are.
Man, that just kills me, man.
Maybe one day we'll have stole my controller. Have a little
subscribe to our
gaming
Twitch channel in the description.
I will play all of Breath of the Wild if you
And
want
I
to see
will play all of Spider-Man 2 because I've only played the first one.
Spider-Man 2 is good, but not great. But the first one's great.
I like the first one. It was a lot of fun.
Incredible.
Yeah, let's know what you're excited for. I mean, GTA 6 is coming out, but games are in a weird place right now of like, they take so long to make and
True.
delays are so much more frequent. And then there's just a lot of remakes nowadays that it's hard to get excited for a new game.
Have you ever played GTA?
No, I've never played GTA.
Neither have I.
Should
we play
start?
GTA?
I'm not sure my wife would be the biggest fan of that one, but we'll see. I mean, I want to play Baldur's Gate 3. Like, there are other games I want to play. I started The Witcher. I've read more Witcher books than I've played of The Witcher. That's dumb.
I think that makes you more of a nerd.
Yeah, that freaking does.
Yeah.
All right. Good question, though. Thank you, Chainsaw Demon.
Great question. What games are you excited about?
Yes, we
What
want to hear.
games should we be playing that
Yes.
we're not currently?
I might have more time. I say that I'm not going to have
We're
more
not gonna
time,
have more time.
but I hope to have more time soon. So,
Yeah.
all right, Drew. What's the next question?
Okay. I'm curious about the budget. Oh, sorry. This is from Sunny Boy 2535.
Hey, you got it down that time.
I know. I said your numbers wrong on the first one. I'm curious about the budget and process of running the show. Do you just need to buy wood and keep the fire going, or is there more to running each episode?
This is interesting. Good question.
This is a good question. It depends on how you quantify budget.
We're in so much debt. I'm just kidding.
No.
We're not in debt.
Financially, we are afloat.
We have broken even
Broken even,
financially,
which is huge.
Yeah, it is huge. It's really cool. I never thought we'd say that, honestly.
Yeah.
The first 6 to 8 months, it was like we were
actively losing money.
We were
Yeah,
leaking money.
yeah.
It wasn't that much money, but we were leaking money. Yeah, I mean, we buy firewood. We buy some random materials here and there. We pay for a podcast platform uploading subscription, which is like a pretty normal thing.
Right.
It's actually pretty easy to upload a podcast. It's more just like how high quality is the audio and video and stuff. So, yeah, we buy firewood. We buy like a full rack of it, so it's not that expensive per log.
Yeah.
Just burn it. So
money is not the problem. I think time is the issue.
we do this part-time, usually after work shifts for both of us.
So we're not losing money, but we are losing sleep.
And gas, honestly, we drive
Yeah.
to record because it's in an undisclosed location, but we don't live here.
It's true.
So we have to spend a little bit of gas money, I guess. But
But
a lot of time watching stuff,
a lot of time watching stuff,
editing,
making thumbnails,
talking to you all.
talking.
Yeah. And I love it. Like, I love it, but there has been times that Polly, sweet Polly, who was on the podcast yesterday, has said, hey, please stop looking at comments and eat dinner with me. I say, yes, ma'am.
Oh, yeah, that's good. See, I don't have that problem because I have no women in my life. I look at comments all day.
You're too. Drew's journey. Year one, I got engaged and married. Year 2, Drew gets engaged.
That is what Polly said. I think, did we film yesterday? I guess we did. At the end of filming the wedding episode yesterday, Polly looks at me and goes, "All right, year 2, you find a wife." I'm like, whoa, let's pump the brakes.
But if you really like Drew's mix of BJ Novak, Paul Rudd, and you happen to live in the Southeast United States, we can maybe set something up.
Yeah, you know what? I'm down. I don't know, actually.
Yeah, listen, you're gonna get one date out of him.
I don't know if I'm down.
Great question.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can think about doing this full time one day.
That would be. I mean, that's the end goal.
But that requires more subscribers, which is why you should subscribe if you're still with us. Please think about doing that. And if you're on audio, think about leaving a 5-star review, because that helps us in whatever algorithms are out there.
True.
So, wouldn't hurt.
Next question.
Yep, go for it.
Oh, wait, it's yours.
It's my turn, actually.
Yeah.
This is from Notorious TV GG. What is your favorite podcasting moment that y'all shared? Happy anniversary, pimps?
Oh.
Pimps?
Is that a good thing?
I don't know.
That doesn't feel good.
I don't know if I would look at us and think, oh, those guys are pimps.
Those guys are pimps.
Are we rolling in dough? No.
No.
So
we're not.
Let us know if you think we're pimps.
That's insane.
Okay, favorite podcasting moment that we shared.
Low-key, I don't even remember what I said in the last one.
Oh, I know what we said on the last one, and I'm excited to share it again because I love this moment. So I'm going to start.
Okay, yeah, you go.
So back in the wee old days of Stole My Line.
Okay, the toddler years.
The toddler months. We didn't have a lot of subscribers. We didn't have a lot of followers.
True.
And so when we have somebody suggest something to us, we're like, oh my gosh.
Oh, I know what you're... Yeah.
Of course we'll talk about this. And so on Apple Podcasts, which I think if you look at our Apple Podcast
the
channel,
comment's still there.
You can see the comment.
Yeah.
A man by the name of Jack Summersby,
yep,
a name I did not recognize, and neither did Drew, said, hey, I love this podcast. Will y'all review A Complete Unknown starring Timothée Chalamet? I think he was snubbed for an Oscar, or like something along those lines. And so, of course, us in our young podcasting minds are like, yes, we're going to do this. Of course we'll talk about this movie.
It was so exciting because we thought we had a fan who wasn't our
mom.
Family.
Yeah. So we watched the movie, had a good time, sit down and talk about it. I think Drew dressed like Bob Dylan for the podcast.
Yeah, I did. That's true.
A little bit of LARPing. And so I'll let you pick up here.
Yeah, so we do the episode, and then we used to post only on Thursdays.
Which we've not missed a Thursday, by the way.
We've never missed a Thursday,
yeah,
which is crazy. We don't do that anymore. Now we can just kind of post all the time.
But we don't miss Thursdays.
We don't miss Thursdays.
Non-negotiables.
Good reference. Do you get it? You'll get it soon.
You've probably already watched. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, never mind. So yeah, I get in my car from filming like another episode, but this happened to be on a Thursday.
Yes.
And I had like a voicemail from my uncle, because my uncle is a massive Bob Dylan fan. And I texted him prior and said, all right, Uncle Tim, why do you like Bob Dylan? Because this was more for research purposes, because like I thought the movie was fine, but like
I didn't know much about Bob Dylan.
Didn't know much about Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Wanted to understand why he is a phenomenon.
I think you texted me saying, hey, is it cool if I text my uncle and we talk about whatever he says on the podcast? And I was like, yeah.
Right. So then my uncle, who's notorious for sending paragraphs of a text, wrote me like a 20-paragraph essay of why he likes Bob Dylan, which you can go watch that episode and we can dive more into it.
Link in description? Maybe?
So then I get in my car, and I think the episode dropped that day or something. And I texted my uncle like, hey, the episode's up. Go watch it. I know you love Bob Dylan. I know you're like supporting our podcast. Thank you so much, whatever. And then he leaves me this voicemail and basically says, Drew, I love the podcast. Love what you're doing. Thanks for shouting me out on the episode. But I have a confession to tell you. And I'm like, oh no, like what's the confession, Uncle Tim? Like thinking it would be not that crazy. And he goes, I am Jack Summersby. And I commented under the Apple Music podcast or whatever. And I was like, there's no way that we like low-key got pranked.
But it was a genuine comment.
Yeah, like he was genuinely interested.
And I mean, it was harmless because we talked about a movie that it was relatively recent and whatever. But that was such a funny moment when you texted me about this. I was like,
funny.
There's no freaking way.
Which, I mean, it's crazy that like I texted him and said, hey, we had someone comment about
he didn't
Bob
say anything.
Dylan.
He didn't say anything.
And I want to know why you like Bob Dylan. And the whole time he's like, I commented, and
He basically ordered and did an episode, and we were guests on his episode.
We were just puppets. That's all we were. We were puppets.
It's a really fun memory. That was a lot of fun. In a weird way, the podcast will probably never be like that again.
No, I don't think it will.
Which is like
crazy.
I don't know. It's like it's a cool moment that like encapsulates that point in time with the podcast.
I know.
It was just a baby. So
yeah, such a baby.
That's my favorite moment. Do you have a different one, or you agree on that one?
That moment's great. I don't know if I can think of one moment that I'm like, this is my favorite moment from the podcast.
I think we've had cool stuff of like our Stranger Things episodes blew up.
That was
like,
wild. That was insane.
Yeah, that was like right around Christmas, and we were like, oh my gosh, like this could go somewhere. Because before that, we had like, I think the most views we had on an episode was like 3,000.
Is that true?
Yeah, I think it was our Dead Poets.
Dead Poets, yeah.
Had like
yeah,
3K, and we were like, "Oh, that's cool."
We're like, that's crazy. I mean, I
But
distinctly remember.
we weren't even monetized. Like we couldn't. We were just doing this and sending it into the internet.
There's a video that I might post somewhere someday. It's me shirtless in my chair in my room. I'd just gotten out of the shower, and I was like filming like our YouTube subscribers and freaking out because we hit 400. And this was like as Stranger Things was blowing up, and I sent it to Grant, and then like 2 days later we had like 1,000. I was like, I mean that week of our lives was insane.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. And then we did like a second episode that also blew up, and like that was really really cool. So yeah, that was just a lot of fun.
If you're still here from Stranger Things, comment down below.
Thank you for being here, by the way,
because that's crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a sick experience. So there's been a lot of great stuff, but I think year 2 will hold even more fun stuff.
Hopefully.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Notorious TV. You're up, Drew.
For calling us pimps.
Oh,
no. Okay, this is from KenzyAho. She says, would you ever consider doing syncable commentary tracks on Patreon?
Ooh.
The We Hate Movie guys do those, and I would pay an embarrassing amount of money for syncable Spider-Man tracks from you guys.
Oh, gosh.
How embarrassing.
How much money are we and all the other people listening to this podcast talking?
No, we kid. We have talked about a Patreon. We would want it to be super low entry.
I love that this show is free for y'all,
Yeah,
and I would never
too.
want it to feel like you have to pay money to watch the show, because I love the value we provide for free.
Like this right here will always be free.
Yeah, 100%. I do think if we were to do a Patreon, it would be like $5 a month or whatever, maybe. And then, we would do like certain things once a month, like one movie a month of like y'all's pick, syncable movie track.
I think that would be so much fun to actually do.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
I don't know how we would do it practically.
I have noticed this, Drew. I don't know if you've noticed this.
Okay.
Noticed this. I love to talk. Okay, wait, this is going to sound bad. I love to talk during movies, but like...
You do.
I don't love to talk and like over the movie to where you can't understand what's going on. I just like to comment on things.
Yeah.
Specifically to Drew.
Yeah, it's true.
And Drew just doesn't say anything.
It's because, okay, look, my biggest pet peeve is when people talk in movies.
I know, but like I'm not saying anything that's hurting the movie experience.
I know, but, well, that's debatable.
All right, I'm going to shut up next time we watch House of the Dragon together. I'm not going to say a word.
It's true. I never say anything. I would be down. Like, I think this would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, maybe is the answer to that question.
That's a really cool idea.
It's
if you
a
want
sick
that,
idea.
comment below. Oh, she had another question.
Oh, yeah, okay. What is a movie you guys have a petty hate for? Like a movie you genuinely wish you could wipe off the face of the earth, and why? Hilarious.
I think the Stole My Line answer is Eddington.
Eddington.
But we need to answer something different.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I forgot what I said last time.
I
don't know if I have a great memory now, but I think about it.
This was like 2 days ago that we did the other episode. Honestly, this is probably gonna piss some people off somewhere. I would probably completely delete High School Musical.
That's crazy.
Okay, it's so overrated.
Yeah, but it's like a cultural. It's so ingrained.
I think there was like, when I was in elementary school, there was like every girl loved Zac Efron.
Right.
And I just kind of thought he was annoying, which I don't even think that. Like, I like Iron Claw a lot. Like, he's great.
I don't think he's annoying. I think, what's his name? Troy Bolton? Troy Bolton
Troy
might have been annoying.
I think the idea of High School Musical, which I have seen, by the way, I think is annoying. Maybe we should delete like one of the sequels though, like the third one or whatever.
The third one's not terrible. Why am I defending this?
I don't know. Yeah, you're. Somebody thinks we're film bros. We're talking about High School Musical right now.
I think there is a space for annoying movies.
Okay, whatever. You answer.
I don't know my answer.
You have to pick one.
I mean, I said Far From Home in the last one.
You did. That's kind of sad.
I don't know if I actually think... I don't think it should be wiped from the face of the earth. I think it's so bad, actually. I'm going to say Far From Home. 40% of me thinks it should be wiped off the face of the earth.
You think you would rather wipe Far From Home off the face of the earth than Rise of Skywalker?
No. I would rather wipe Rise of Skywalker.
I'm not trying to tell you what movie to pick, but I'm trying to tell you what to pick. Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, Rise of Skywalker is terrible. Okay, but like with those, it's like there are good parts of the sequel trilogy and Homecoming trilogy. So I would just wipe them off the face of the earth and make them better.
Yeah, that's fair.
I wouldn't erase everything, maybe except for Rise of Skywalker.
I would completely erase Rise of Skywalker.
Everything. Yeah.
I would rather be on an eternal cliffhanger with The Last Jedi than have Rise of Skywalker.
Honestly,
exist.
I think that's true.
And before you hate on me, have you seen Rise of Skywalker recently? It is that bad.
It is terrible.
I chucked a chair.
He did.
Thank you, Kenzie.
He broke the chair.
I did break a chair. Comment below what movie you would erase from the face of the planet. All right, I have another question.
Okay, hit me.
This is from BrentCrenshaw. We're just getting the whole fam on this one. This is my dad. This is a fun question. If your fans crowdsourced enough to get you there, would you and Drew go to the Oscars red carpet in tuxes this year? This year.
I mean, yes.
This year meaning
2027.
2027 Oscars in February, March, whenever it is.
I think we'd definitely be down, but I also don't know if it's a matter of finances.
I think, like, if you are watching this video and you're like, hey, my uncle is the Oscars red carpet guy. He got y'all. We would go. We'd probably spend our own money.
Yeah.
To my wife's dismay.
Yeah, we'd spend our own money to go to the freaking Oscars. Are you kidding me?
Like, if someone's like, hey, I'll Venmo you $2,000 for hotels and plane tickets, but you have to get on the red carpet, I'd be like, all right, we're getting arrested in LA probably.
That'd be insane. And we'll vlog the whole thing.
And we'll vlog it and be felons. I mean, yeah, if you got the connections and y'all want to Venmo us, go for it.
100%.
I don't know if that would happen this year. Okay, here's a question.
Okay.
Do you want to, like, go to the Oscars red carpet before having been nominated for an Oscar?
If someone invited me to the Oscars...
What if you're, like, just toss a name out there, Indy Navarrette's +1. just throwing a name out there for you. Would you go?
Would I go? Are you kidding me?
We need to cut the podcast right now. No,
yes. Oh my gosh, would I go?
Drooling, bro.
Like, out of all the celebrities crushes that I've had in my life, Indy Navarrete is currently the top one, probably. Yes, I'd go. Are you kidding
Would you go on a second date?
With Indy Navarrete? Yes.
Wow, that would be some real character development.
We would talk about The Last of Us the whole time.
She is playing that right now.
I know, it'd be sick.
You told me that. Oh, I'm on to you, buddy. All right.
I haven't actually watched it.
Sure.
Because I've been too busy watching The Bear.
All right. Next question. Oh, man.
How did you guys... Oh, by the way, this is from Micah Fisher.
Micah, my goat.
Who, by the way, I mean, we have a lot of legends on the podcast. Micah Fisher is a legend for sure.
Yes, for sure.
How did you guys get to be so good looking?
Really, really, really good looking.
Good genes? Great workout routine.
I do keep up with my health.
I don't really, low-key.
You work out?
A decent amount.
I work out.
But that's okay.
I love food, though, man. I love food.
I have noticed that I am loving food as I get older more. And I am struggling to eat healthier.
I love carbs.
I was like, frick, I eat ice cream too much.
Man, I love carbs. It, like, sucks how much I love chips.
Yeah.
I don't know. We have great parents. What can we say?
No, in all seriousness, we appreciate the compliment.
Thank you.
Micah.
Thank you. All right, this is from Jobhausen. Are you ready? Jobhausen?
Yeah, Job.
All right, congrats on a year. Thank you, Job.
We appreciate it.
Job from the Bible. SML quickly became my fave podcast. We are so glad.
That's honestly crazy.
That is awesome. The fact that we're probably like some of y'all's favorite show. Honestly, if you're watching this at this point, we might be up there for you.
You're a real one.
So thank you so much. My question is, what is your guilty pleasure movie to watch? I'll just go off the rip. I've been watching a lot of movies with my now wife, fiance, for the past year. She loves Father of the Bride. She loves a lot of great movies.
True.
I realized that I really like The Devil Wears Prada. I know that's weird. I love it. It's great.
It is good.
Meryl Streep is awesome.
True.
Okay, I do love a good rom-com. I love a good Hugh Grant rom-com. I love The Holiday.
These are not what I expected from you.
I don't know. There's like maybe I am similar to my wife. There's a heartwarming comfort that I love about movies that, like, those movies just hit, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love it.
I think for me, what did he say? A guilty pleasure. Oh, see, that phrase, guilty pleasure.
It means that, like, you have to be like, I can't say I love this movie in front of everybody.
I know. Like, it implies a level of quality.
You have sisters.
Well, I know.
Surely you have a movie.
Okay, maybe 10 Things I Hate About You. But I would even say, like, that movie's good.
Yeah, I would say that, too.
But, I mean, I watched Into the Spider... Like, comfort movie is Into the Spider-Verse for sure.
But that's not a guilty pleasure movie. You're not guilty for watching
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
10 Things I Hate About You is a good pick.
But I like 10 Things I Hate About You a lot.
I do, too.
Yeah, great movie.
Maybe we'll do a guilty pleasure movie series at some point.
Yeah, that would be fun.
All right, Drew, you're up.
Low-key Attack of the Clones might be up there for me.
Guilty pleasure?
I don't know. I watched it all the time as a kid.
Crazy.
Okay. Daniel Kirby, E9.
No, wait. Sorry, we skipped one.
Oh, we did. Oh,
my fault. That's my fault.
Checked it.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
That's my fault.
No, it's okay. Which decade of Spielberg films do you think is the best? And that is from the Adam's Apple 5909. Thank you, Adam.
There's 2 decades you can debate here, and it's 80s and 90s, and I will not hear another decade.
Agreed.
90s.
90s is, it's, look.
80s is great. 80s is awesome.
Fantastic. But 90s you have Jurassic Park, Schindler's List, and Saving Private Ryan.
I mean, honestly, like, Spielberg's 80s year would be any other director's best year,
Decade. Yeah.
Not year. It's late. But it's his second best. Like, I just gotta say it.
Yeah, I think it's true.
The fact that Schindler's List and Jurassic Park came out in the same year,
and
that year alone.
And he single-handedly swept the Oscars, not like a studio, but Steven Spielberg.
Steven.
It's crazy. It's insane. It really is.
Yeah, I just don't think you can compete with his 90s run. It's really good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Crazy.
Let us know what you think, though. All right. This is from Daniel Kirby. I'm sorry we pre-fired your name. Who chops all the wood?
We're actually both really bad at chopping wood.
I think I'm better in my mind at chopping wood than I am in reality.
Oh, 100%.
Like, I think about chopping wood, I'm like, oh, I'm not that bad.
Yeah. We've had, I would say it's 70% swing and a miss, 30% successfully chopped.
That's not the worst percentage of all time.
No.
I will say, I have a story, and this is from, like, last week. I was trying to chop up some of this wood we have for smaller pieces to build a fire, as one does. So I set a log down. I line myself up, kind of like I normally do, pull the axe back, swing, thump, goes straight into the dirt. I missed the log, I missed the stump that the log was on, thump, and it was like sunk into the dirt.
That's a great dirt noise.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was off the dome. So I haven't gotten that much better.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, to answer your question, we both, it's basically 50-50 kind of on everything.
Yeah, honestly, this podcast is pretty split 50-50.
I do all the video, he does all the audio.
Yep.
And we just...
We pitch in on wherever it's needed.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I'm here early setting up, sometimes Grant's early setting up. Sometimes I'm chopping wood, sometimes he's chopping wood.
It just depends on the day.
Yeah.
I like it that way.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think we have a good system.
I completely agree. That's a great question. Thank you, Daniel Kirby. All right, Drew. You are up with the next one.
Okay, we have taylorsjohnson.
Taylor S. Johnson.
Or Taylor's Johnson.
Maybe not that one.
He says, what is your all social security number? We're not going to tell you, Taylor.
676-676767.
But mine starts with a 6.
Mine starts with an 8, and another number is subtracted from that 8 or added.
I lied. Mine starts with a 4. Or did I? All right.
You have 24 hours to respond
Yeah,
with
you
what my social
have a lot to
security-
go on.
Actually, low-key, I'm sure we could get doxxed on this podcast at some point. Okay, I'll take the next one. This is from sherinxo. Happy anniversary. Thank you. Wishing you guys all the best for your second year. Also, thank you. My question would be, are there other art forms besides film that you're passionate about?
Great question.
Yeah, that's an incredible question. Like, for example, music or literature. Maybe you guys have a favorite book or a musician that inspires you. You go first.
Yes, there definitely is. I would say music for me. I think John Bellion, 21 Pilots, Donald Glover, Childish Gambino, and Kendrick are all super inspirational. I love like concept albums, and all of them have phenomenal concept albums. So that would be my answer. I think in reality, I like music and movies equally, but we kind of have a platform where we talk about movies a lot.
Yeah.
I might like movies like a little bit more, but I like them both a ton. So
Yeah. Yeah, I think where you're more into music, I'm way more into literature and storytelling in like that platform. And I love music, but I find myself drawn to like the instrumental part of music way more than the lyrical part of music.
yeah, I think I'm the exact opposite.
Like I love a good song with relatable lyrics, but like I don't listen to music because like I want to feel the emotion that the artist is conveying. Like I appreciate it, but I don't do that for myself. Like I honestly will listen to random jazz albums while I work or on my record player more so than like songs with lyrics. So maybe I'm weird, but
I don't know. I don't think. Well, I think you are weird, but not.
I am weird. No, that's fair. I love books. I mean, we said this earlier. I would maybe like to write a book one day. I read a lot. It's actually been my New Year's resolution to read a book every single month, and I have been on track.
Let's go, Grant.
I've read Lord of the Rings. I've been on a huge fantasy kick. I've read Lord of the Rings. I read the first Witcher book, the first Red Rising book, which was recommended to me, and I am finishing up Between Two Ferns. Well, I guess I already finished it up at time of release, but or not Between Two Ferns. That would have been funny. Between Two Fires.
Oh,
which is very similar
I didn't even catch that.
in title, not in what the book is about. Not Between Two Ferns. That was a dumb mix-up, but yeah, it's been great. I've really enjoyed reading. I love reading. I love how books can trigger the imagination. So there's my profundity of thought right there.
I rarely finish a book or start them.
Yeah, I love a good book.
So here we are.
Let us know what you are into besides movies. But I think movies are cool because they like
It's like a blend of everything.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
music
I agree.
and obviously performance and then like writing and storytelling.
Yeah.
It's cool. So, all right. Thank you, Sharon.
All right, PapaGlucose, who's a frequent commenter as well, has
My
asked, "Yo, here's a thinker. What is one personal favorite historical event
Ooh.
that you think deserves to be put into film? Bonus, who's starring?"
Oh gosh,
This
man.
is a good question.
This is a great question. I'm not into history. Like, I like history,
I like history too.
but like I don't read or think about history. I think when I'm in my 40s, I'll get into World War II history.
That's such like a 40-year-old dad thing to do.
I don't know. Like I like history, but I'm not into history, so it's hard for me to answer this with like this is what I would pick.
Yeah, I would love to see like a 3-hour drama of the Revolutionary War.
We got Young Washington coming out.
True, but like that's focused on like a person. I want like a sprawling epic,
Like a mini series that kind of goes.
Yeah, of like.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of got it with Hamilton, but like, I mean, I think Hamilton's phenomenal, but like,
No, you're right. Completely different.
it's
thing.
different vibes. I want like a low key like House of the Dragon,
Yeah, no,
like that kind of vibe of like here is everyone's thought process, everyone's character development.
And the world is like brutally realistic.
Yeah,
too.
and it's like as historically accurate as humanly possible.
That'd be sick.
I think it'd be sick.
I'm sure it exists. I'm sure there's like a BBC version, but like a HBO version would be sick.
And I don't really know who I want to play everybody. I don't know.
Loki. Okay, I'll say this about mine, and then I'll say my take on actors. I don't really know. I mean, a great movie or miniseries about the Crusades, and this is going to sound like, oh, the Crusades in like a glamorous way. I really don't mean it that way, because like I know a lot of horrible stuff happened in the Crusades, and there's a lot of like these people went to war for their beliefs or like did stuff for their beliefs, but like there's nuance to that, and it's super interesting. So I would love a miniseries or movie that really dives into that. I haven't seen Kingdom of Heaven. I don't know if it's about that, but it might be. I don't know. But like I would love an adaptation of that in some form or fashion.
Do you have an actor of choice?
No, so here's the thing. I'm like really big on casting unknowns. And like I love a good seasoned actor as much as the next guy,
right.
But like I hear a lot of like, man, I'm so tired of seeing the same face over and over again. Especially in a day and age where an actor's face doesn't really sell a movie as much anymore.
True.
I mean, Obsession is what, over 300 million now at the box office, and unknowns. So like, for me,
Margot Robbie had a movie that flopped this year.
So I don't know.
Which is crazy.
I would rather just cast some unknowns and like let me fall in love with new actors and like follow their careers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Game of Thrones did. That's what Lord of the Rings did. Like, you could say that about a ton of movies, and it works for. I mean, well-established actors are in Dune, and it's great. In The Bear, and it's great. But I would say the strength of The Bear is also the underground actors,
right?
Or like the people that were newer to the scene. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I think I agree with that when it comes to actors.
Yeah.
For my hypothetical Revolutionary War drama.
We'll see. All right.
Okay.
I'm up.
You're up.
This is from loveylychee. Will you guys ever do a Game of Thrones series? Drew, I'm going to let you answer this one, and I need you to answer with the utmost brevity and seriousness.
Okay, no, I'm serious. I'm so serious. Maybe is my answer.
Maybe.
I was definitely a no for a while. I steered clear of Game of Thrones for the majority of my life just because I wasn't drawn to the vulgarity and all, like the reputation Game of Thrones has. Didn't sell me.
Yes. That's fair.
Now that I've watched everything but Game of Thrones, the writing is super solid and the characters are super engaging.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not opposed to doing one. Granted, we watch a whole lot of stuff.
It's a time thing.
And time is our most valuable asset that we have. So it's like, to do 8 seasons of a TV show,
and it's not like still coming out,
that is not necessarily relevant to the cultural conversation.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's super hard. So, maybe eventually. I'm not opposed. I'm not saying no, but right now, probably not.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right. We'll try to get to that one day.
Yeah.
All right, Drew, you're up.
All right, this is from _Miles_. Says
Miles Morales?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Happy anniversary, boys. My question is Spider-Man specific.
Maybe it is Miles
Morales.
Okay.
If you could change one key detail / plot line in your least favorite Spider-Man movie to make it more enjoyable, what would it be? I'm going to let you go first.
Okay, yeah, you need to go second because I'm not the biggest Spider-Man fan.
I have my answer on lock.
I would say I would remove Venom entirely from Spider-Man 3.
I agree.
And I think rounding out that trilogy in a really solid fashion would be, like, that trilogy would be heralded as one of the best trilogies of all time. Not even kidding.
Wow, that's...
Not, like, better than Lord of the Rings, but, like, a really solid, complete, cohesive trilogy.
Yeah.
Like, the movies all feel the same. There's just, the last one's not that good.
Yeah, which was also studio interference.
Which
sucks.
It really sucks.
Like, oh, it just sucks so bad.
I think the stuff with Harry is great. Like, there's a lot of great stuff in the movie. It just, like, does not find its footing. I think Sandman's great.
Yeah.
It just, a lot of weird stuff in that one. So, that's my thought.
Tune in if you want to hear more of our thoughts about Spider-Man.
Because if Venom wasn't in it, you wouldn't get the dancing Peter Parker, like all the stuff that is mean.
All the corny stuff.
Yeah. All right, your turn.
Yeah. Okay. I would just rewrite the entire Homecoming trilogy.
What about the Homecoming trilogy is the biggest, like your biggest grief?
I mean, my biggest gripe is that Peter learns with great power comes great responsibility halfway through the third movie.
Yeah, that's kind of fair.
That is a problem when your character is built upon that sentence.
I do think it will serve the fourth movie well.
I agree. I just don't think it should have taken 3 movies to get there.
That's probably fair.
And I know that we're tired of seeing Uncle Ben die. I'm not saying we have to see him die. But, like, the reason Peter Parker is so intriguing and the reason that Spider-Man fans are like him, or at least the reason I like him, is because when Peter decides to be Spider-Man and save somebody, his personal life suffers. So there is consequence here where he does something good here, or vice versa. We don't see that in the Homecoming trilogy basically at all until the third one. In all of Homecoming, it's like...
In Homecoming, you see it like a little bit.
But it's
like in a high school sense. I get behind what you're saying.
But it's like when he ditches Ned at the party and saves, or like sees Donald Glover and the 2 other goons, I don't even remember. At the next day, Ned's like, oh yeah, no, bro, don't worry, you're Spider-Man, that's cool.
Yeah,
like at least have Ned be mad and like have a little tension there. And I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I guess the only consequence, and you don't even really care about this because they're setting up MJ, is when what's her name? Liz.
Yeah.
Liz moves at the end of the movie. But even then, it's like, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I agree. I like that.
Yeah. So that's my take. But we'll get into that when we talk about it.
Okay.
All right. We have one more question.
This is like an interesting topic. And so this is from Josh. And he asked, what are y'all's testimonies? Which, brief backstory, if you followed the podcast more intensely, we have talked briefly about how we are both of Christian backgrounds. And like that's our belief system. I think a brief overview for us, like we have talked about, hey, what extent do we talk about it on the podcast? Not because like we want to avoid it or because we want to shoehorn it in, but like we want it to be appropriate and not be like forced on anybody, but also like we are who we are.
Yeah, I mean, we want to be honest with where we stand and how we perceive the world. And we welcome disagreement and conversation.
Yeah, like I don't care. Like I don't care what your beliefs are in a film discussion sense. Like if anything, I like that we have different perspectives and are able to come to a piece of art and say like, oh, we're coming from different angles, but these are things we took from it. And so we brought it up, I think we brought it up on a few episodes, but Wake Up Dead Man and Disclosure Day.
Yep.
When it was pertinent, like it was a part of that movie to where we felt like we could voice something about it.
Yeah, and I mean, like those movies specifically commented on faith, and we have an interesting perspective because we are Christian, so it's like it would feel inauthentic to not bring it into the conversation.
Yes.
And as opposed to just talking about it and being honest. And again, if you disagree, that's fine. We're not saying you have to agree with us, but
yeah, and
we want to foster a space where we can have an engaging conversation, but we can still walk away and be like, I don't agree with everything you said. I don't agree with everything you said, and that's okay.
Yeah, and like we don't want to marginalize people or be like, oh, you have to be Christian to subscribe to our podcast. Like that's not ever what we've been like. So, I think if we were to give our full testimonies on this podcast, we would be here for another half hour.
True.
So I think we've kind of talked about, like, we'll just do a quick blurb of, like, hey, here's where we're at with our faith and why we kind of believe what we believe. And then that'll be the end of that. If you want to know more, comment below, and we'll, like, totally dialogue with you if you're interested or, like, anything. So that's kind of, I don't know, where I think we stand with this specific conversation.
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I have just come to the conclusion in my faith journey. I have the belief that everybody has faith in something. Whether that's the universe, whether that's whatever. And I think Jesus just kind of makes the most sense to me. I think this world has definitely been created by something. And I think when you look at everything in the way it is, I think Jesus makes the most sense. And I mean, personally, I can speak to the fact that to have hope in something has been super impactful, and I think Jesus has specifically impacted my life in like the realm of mental health. I think I used to really struggle with like depression and anxiety, and yeah, I think the Lord has just walked me through a lot in that realm and really fleshed out my identity and who I was created to be, which has been super impactful in my life and has given me like a realm of hope. And I mean, even just the fact that I like love creativity was a super big struggle in high school and like growing up. And yeah, I mean, mentors, and I mean, through prayer, it's been like, hey, like, God's a creative God, and it's okay to be creative and like have passions and get super excited about creative things. So yeah, I think it's just a matter of concluding that the world's a whole lot bigger than me, and I mean, and then there's the whole scripture aspect of like, I've gotten so much wisdom, and there's been so much gain from reading the Bible consistently in my life that is like hard to express. Just like applying the words of Jesus and putting those to the test, and then they actually work and like make my life better, is like crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, again, if you want us to dive more into it, we'd be so down. But yeah, that's kind of where I am right now.
Yeah. No, that's great. Thank you for sharing. I say for me, I mean, I grew up in a Christian household. I think some people will hear that and be like, oh, okay, so like you just like took your parents' faith. But I would say really over the last 8 or so years, I really pursued my own faith and made decisions that I felt called to make, that like I wasn't just going through the motions, specifically in like communities I was in college, and conversations I had with friends and loved ones that maybe I wouldn't have had had I not been pursuing the Lord in that way. And so I would say, like Drew said, like I if you look at creation, and if you really think, like, I always encourage thinking about stuff that's bigger than you, and like thinking about the origins of the universe, like all that stuff. It is very obvious that there is some design, like there just is, and that if you do any deep dive on like, how the human body works, you're like, this is insane.
It's ridiculous, yeah.
And so to say that there is no guiding hand in that at all, like, sure, if you believe in the Big Bang Theory, like, great. I'm like, there's scientific evidence for that, sure. Where did that come from? Like, you once you ask more questions, like, there's an interesting thought process there. And then, like Drew said, to look at the teachings of Jesus as something I grew up on, but then to really do a deep dive, in my recent kind of faith walk, and to apply that to my life, to think about the fruits of the Spirit and thinking about forgiveness, and reliance on the Lord. It's stuff that, like, I know, like, people find that in a lot of places, but it's so fulfilling, in a way that it's just hard to express. And so, specifically for me, there was a time in my life where I felt like I'd lost everything, and I basically had to rely on the Lord because it felt like it was all I had. And in a weird way, it was like the most peace I've ever felt. And the Lord really got me through that time. And so to now be married and to walk through that, and like, to walk through, good times and bad times with my family and my now wife and my friends, like, the Lord has been consistent. And so I'm into apologetics to a certain extent. Like, I'm into like just conversation. So I love this stuff. But I think if I were to say anything to anyone about this, like, not even like, hey, go read the Bible, but like, just think deeply in general about, like, hey, the world. I think we get really bogged down in screens. We say this on your screen right now.
Yeah, that's
but like,
ironic.
We get bogged down in screens, and like, I love nature. I have a film camera. I will go to the mountains that we live nearby, and I will just take landscape shots of mountains because I love it. I love that stuff. And so I think getting out of our heads and into the world and thinking about bigger things, looking up at the stars, like, that can go a long way. So just encourage you to do that if you have some time. Make some time for it. So
yeah, I would also encourage if you are on a faith journey of any capacity, and you are interested in Christianity to any capacity, I would encourage you to put it to the test. Like, I think the truth, whether it's Christianity or not, will stand being tested. So I think I've tried to do that as much as possible. I'm like a super skeptical person. So like I questioned my faith for honestly the majority of my life. But every time I put it to the test, it hasn't failed. So I just encourage you to be as skeptical as humanly possible, but also, and this is like a paradox what I'm about to say, but be as skeptical, but also be willing to accept the truth.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, have scrutiny, have skepticism, but when the truth hits you in the face, just kind of, I mean, yeah, just. I mean, I think the Lord will get you there if you are honestly pursuing Him.
Yes.
Or if you are honestly pursuing the truth, I genuinely believe that the Lord will get you there.
Yeah.
So.
I agree, and hopefully that wasn't too long or too overbearing, but like because it was a question that was asked, we wanted to share a little bit. And again, if you have more comments, we will totally talk about it. So that's all the questions we had for the night, actually.
True.
But if you have any more questions, we'll save them for next year.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I guess, Drew, super quick before we get out of here, what do we have coming up next?
We have, I guess we're in July now.
Yes, we are.
So Odyssey, Spider-Man, obviously. We're doing a Spider-Man marathon. It's going to be lit.
Crazy.
It might be a little heated. Not as heated as Star Wars, but, well, it could be, honestly. I don't even know. Yeah, Spider-Man marathon. We're doing Lanterns in August, because that's when I think it comes up. I could be wrong. I don't know. Dune, Doomsday, Social Reckoning, Werewolves just came out, or trailer. Anything that's coming out that is of cultural/cinema importance will be there.
You.
Don't worry.
Yes. So, thank you for being here.
For sure.
If you're still here, you are definitely a longtime fan. So we greatly love it and cherish and appreciate you.
Thank you for the support.
Yes. Take a break
and enjoy a film.